What's up, guys? It's Frankie from Reels Financial. Today I'm going to talk about the top 8 most frequently questions I always get asked. The first one is, at what age did you realize that life isn't about just materialistic things? My answer to that, I always tell everybody is, I learned it from my parents. My parents were never materialistic persons. They're really simple. And they just always taught me about just focus on the specials, focus on cheap stuff, that clothing, that doesn't matter. So that's what I found out. It was like around the age of 15. I noticed that my parents did a really good job on teaching us, my brothers, that materialistic things are not very important in life. It's other things. So what inspires me is honestly my parents. They came from Mexico to give us a better life. So it's one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel. I wanted to help out people. I want to help them with any financial things. This is why I created the channel. This channel focuses on anything that has to do with financial stuff. The second question is, how do you start investing on stocks? This is honestly the most common question I get asked when I go to the gym. People who follow me on Instagram at Reels Financial. It's basically pretty easy. You just set up a brokerage account, whether it's through Robinhood, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Pretty simple. Enter your information stuff. It's the same thing as opening a bank account. You just go there, put in your information. Within 5 or 10 minutes, you get approved, and you just start investing small amounts. You don't need that big amount of money. Just like with 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks. Each brokerage has a different amount you should get started with. So that's my answer for number 2. Question number 3 is, did your exes believe in me? Honestly, no. I think I only have had 2 girlfriends before. My last 2 did not believe in me at all. They used to always try to put me down or whatever. But I just use that as motivation. My current girlfriend does. She's the one that's actually helping me out start the YouTube channel, the page. So she's very supportive, and I'm thankful for that, because I never really had a girlfriend that was that supportive. So shout out to my girlfriend. The fourth one is, do you have any support? I do. I have more than what I expected, to be honest. A lot of my basketball girls are shouting out the Reels Financial page. My girlfriend supporting me. My best friend Javi, he's a big supporter. He's always telling people to follow the page. So I'm actually getting more support than I expected, like this early in my page and my YouTube channel. So I'm thankful for them, and I'll always be thankful for them no matter what happens. My 5th most frequently asked question is, what is a dividend stock? This question is pretty simple. A dividend stock is just a company that pays you for holding a share for the company. So McDonald's has this, Disneyland has this, Apple has this. So every 3 months, every time they report our earnings, they pay the shareholder. So that's basically dividend stock. So that's about it. 6th question, how do I stop myself from buying stuff that I do not need? My best advice would be, just set a budget, and then just follow your budget throughout the month. What I did when I first started investing, I talked about it in my first video. I just set a budget. So every first, I'll get taken away $600 from my bank account. So every time I look at my bank account, I'll be like, damn, I only have this much money to spend throughout for the next 2 weeks. So that gave me like an idea on how I started buying unnecessary things. I used to buy a lot of like protein shakes, protein cookies, and all that. At the end of the month, when you add that stuff, or you add clothes, the brand new Jordans or anything, it adds up. So just set a tight budget. If you have a brokerage account, make sure it just takes it away at a certain point in the month. It limits you from buying unnecessary things. The 7th question, I guess, who introduced me to the stock market? I was around the age of 16, 17. I used to go to some community center called Jerome Center, and some probation officer there called Peter. He introduced me to this. He's a paralegal, so he introduced me to the stock market. He told me, like, you can make money off the stock market. This is how it works. This is what you should do. This is what you shouldn't do. Here are some stocks you should look into if you're more interested. Just read the balance sheets. Go to CNBC, follow them. Do your own research. So he's the one that introduced me, Peter. I'm grateful for him. I'm still in touch with him now. So now we always just talk about what stocks are we buying, what stocks I recommend, what stocks I don't recommend. So he's the one that introduced me to the stock market. I will forever be thankful for him too, because he hasn't made me a lot of money, but he taught me a lesson on how to make money. So he's a really good guy. I'm proud of him. So my 8th question is, how do I know what stocks to invest in? So this is just like a follow-up question. You honestly need to read the balance sheet, the 10Qs, and follow up on the stocks, sales, if they sell anything, subscriptions, anything like that. You always have to do your research and know what's the competition of it, where's the company heading to, and the balance sheets. How much debt do they have? How much sales do they do? Stuff like that. Who runs the company? The CEO is probably the most important thing I look at, like within the first minute of what company I'm investing. So those are just some tips on what stocks to, how do you know what stocks to invest in. But it takes a lot of research. I know the person who asked this question goes to Valley High School, the high school I coach at. I know that they have a global business at that high school, so they teach you accounting 101, so you know how to read a balance sheet. So use that for as a reference. Balance sheets are very important when you invest in stocks. So these were the top 8 stocks, the top 8 most frequently questions I get asked. So there might be a part 2. Follow my page on Instagram, reels_financial. We'll probably do a part 2 on Wednesday. So this is it. Make sure you like the video, you subscribe to it, and stay tuned for more.